Why are you smiling like that?
I don't know.
I don't know. Okay, welcome to Low Hair episode 36. We're here. We're back home.
We're here. We're back home.
We were in
Denmark. Where are we?
Where are we, man?
We're back at our own home offices.
Why are you guys so far away?
Oh yeah, I don't know.
I was going to say something stupid about how technically we're like closer now than we are, but we're in Copenhagen because Copenhagen's like 5,000 miles away, but it doesn't make any sense. Never mind.
You know what, though? Here we go. One of the people I talked to on the way back, the taxi driver that took us back to the airport at the end of the trip, he apparently had gotten to taxi Metallica around for the event as well.
Oh, cool.
And he had mentioned, he's like, one of our slogans here is the shortest distance between two people is a smile. And hey, we made a lot of those there, so of course we feel closer. Aw, cheesy part of the episode over.
That's so nice. There'll be many more cheesy parts of the episode.
There will be.
Sure.
Oh yeah.
Many happy
What's not
things to
cheesy
speak
is
about.
that Jake got COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not cheesy.
Yeah,
That's actually...
so if you hear me sounding a bit stuffy, because I am, if you hear me cough once or twice, I'm going to do my best to mute my microphone so they don't show up on the actual pod, but I will be coughing. I do be coughing out here. I do have no taste. I do have no smell. I could confirm that firsthand. It's fucking weird. Have you guys had COVID?
Yeah.
Did you ever lose taste or smell?
Smell and taste. Like, and I can breathe completely through my nose. But then I was like, I had Chinese food one day, and I was so stoked. But then as soon as as soon as it came, I was like, I can't smell or taste this. I'm so sad. I'm actually so sad.
It fucking sucks. It sucks so bad.
And
I've learned a lot about myself with this.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you had to fall in love with the idea of what you're eating.
Yeah, like I've learned that my desire to eat is not really off of like the need to eat, like my body telling me, hey, you need calories. It is because I want to taste something that tastes good. Like, because the day that I figured out that I lost my taste, I had a McDonald's breakfast. I was up early. I had the McDonald's big breakfast, the one that has like those pancakes and like the eggs and the hash brown and the sausage. Yeah, it was actually a deal in the app that day for that. I got it like really cheap. But I got it back home that morning. I went to Walgreens to get some Sudafed and some cough syrup and some Dayquil and all that jazz. And then I went and got some breakfast afterwards. I didn't taste shit. I just tasted temperature and texture. I'm like, fuck, this sucks. And let me tell you, the texture of eggs with no flavor, gross. It's off-putting.
Awful.
It's very off-putting.
Yeah.
And then I didn't eat anything for the rest of the day not because I didn't want to. I never felt hunger. Like it never even crossed my mind to eat.
I think what happened when I lost my taste completely, I was like, will hot sauce work? Maybe hot sauce will work. I got sensations.
Yeah, you can feel the spice. I can feel the minty freshness when I brush my teeth.
Exactly.
But I do not taste it.
But
in the mouthwash, especially, yeah. Like I likened it. Like I was talking to my mom on the phone. She had COVID too. She lost her taste, but she's already experienced all this. But she was like, "You're preaching to the choir. I've already done this." But it feels like if nobody else has lost their taste up before without having COVID, it's like when I take my glasses off, I can't like see details. I can see like colors and I can see shapes, but I can't see the details. It's like I can taste, just vague ideas of things, but I can't taste the details. Like I had a pizza. I had a pizza the other day just because I needed calories. I didn't want to eat anything, but I knew I needed to eat, so I just ate a full pizza. Like that's 1,200 calories down. It was a chicken Alfredo pizza. I knew I was eating pizza. It felt like I was eating pizza. I could feel the different parts, but I couldn't really taste the different parts. Like the cheese, couldn't taste it. The sauce couldn't taste. The chicken couldn't taste it. I could feel it. Like I knew I was eating that, but like all the small details weren't there. And when I was drinking my Coke Zero, like it felt like I was drinking a Coke Zero. I felt bubbles. It felt cold. It felt nice. It felt refreshing.
But
it didn't taste like it. It was so bizarre. It was very bizarre. And I don't like it. I hope it comes back soon.
What you're saying is you need to put your mouth's glasses back on so that you can see the
it'll be back in like it'll be back.
I gotta put the big contact lens on my tongue.
By the time this episode airs, you'll probably have your taste back.
I fucking hope so.
Definitely.
Fucking hope so. This sucks.
Dude,
this sucks.
You know what's crazy?
Feel better, bro.
In Europe, because like I didn't get COVID. Like I tested myself, it wasn't COVID, but I got like a pretty bad head cold before we left. And like at the airport at both Denmark and Amsterdam, they just don't sell like Mucinex or Sudafed or anything. Like I think that maybe in Europe it's like maybe our European viewers like it might require a prescription compared to the US.
Really?
Like, I don't know.
Probably.
Because they just didn't have it like at the pharmacies. Like I even looked on like a delivery app when I was in Denmark, and they just didn't have it. So I don't know. Like I got nasal spray. I had it on my desk. I don't know where it went though.
Flonase, that shit's nasty.
It's in Danish. No, bro, it had menthol. It honestly wasn't that
okay.
bad. Oh wait, here it is.
I've been doing this cough syrup. This shit.
Damn,
I
HD.
can't taste. I can taste the bitterness of it, but I can't taste the supposed
you'll probably
honey
still
and
have to go
berry
like
natural
that,
and artificial
right.
flavoring.
You're probably gonna still have to do that, maybe, or you just
No,
thug it out.
in fact, it's actually time I take some more of this stuff. It's been probably about 6 hours. So we're gonna do it again. I gotta drink a lot of this shit.
I hate being sick.
20 milliliters of this bitch. That's a
Fucking
lot.
hate being sick, man.
It's already
Being sick
mostly
does
gone.
suck.
And this probably would taste like ass if I could taste it, but I
Well,
can
you
taste
take
the
your
bitterness.
vitamins.
But it's
Why you
just
take your
weird.
vitamins?
It's bizarre.
See, I regret not like taking like airborne and like bring in like emergency before getting on the plane, because like planes are just like they're germ heaven. Like it's
Yes.
Yeah.
like especially because we had long flights. Like Jake and Alec had longer than ours.
Oh man, that first long flight over.
What a nightmare.
It was
Pain.
bad. It was honestly, it was just the first leg because like they switched out crews on my first flight last second, and that delayed everything by 2.5 hours. I missed my connecting flight, and so I was just like, well, all right, let's get this dealt with. It got dealt with, but then
And your connecting flight was you flew to Amsterdam, correct?
no, okay, so it gets even weirder. I flew from Maine to New York, and I was in JFK, and then they were like, okay, you're going to go from JFK to Amsterdam, and you'll still get there at, like, you'll just get there in, like, the afternoon, and that's when, like, hotel checkout time was, or check-in time was, and I was like, okay, that's cool. But then that changed last second as well, and they're like, okay, how about this? You stay here for just, like, an hour and a half longer, and then you just go straight to Copenhagen, and you get there at, like, noon. And I was like, okay, cool. Get on the plane, get on the long plane. We're not moving for 2 hours. We're not moving.
You're just sitting in your seat.
I'm sitting
waiting.
in my seat,
Yeah.
waiting 2 hours. I was so mad. I was like, okay, give me a shot. Give me like 2 shots. Give me 2 shots. That's what we asked for. And then it kind of helped a little bit. And then it was just like, yeah, we're taxing around a little bit. It's not our turn to go yet. Sorry, and we got some maintenance work that needs to be done. We're told that 2 hours in. 2 hours into sitting.
They tell you that after you've been sitting for 2 hours.
Yeah, they told me that after sitting
Fuck.
for 2 hours. I was like, yeah.
That's crazy.
I was like, what's going on? Why are we not moving? But it's okay. At least the fly home, everything else going home was like, all right. I mean, it was worth it. Worth going through hell for like this insane trip.
You made it. You made it safe.
Dude.
Yeah, you made it. And you were able to check into your room
ridiculous.
right away because, bro, you should have seen me, Jason, and Chad. Oh man, we were struggling. It was
Yeah, we were
hard.
trying.
You guys were just like,
Yeah,
chilling
when
in
was the check-in
lobby.
time? It was like 3 p.m.
3 p.m.
Copenhagen time was
3
when.
Yeah,
It
and we
seems
got
like a
there
late-
we got there at like 8 a.m. or some shit.
Yeah,
Local
we were
time.
there for at least 5-6 hours.
In the
before.
lobby, just
Just chilling in the lobby doing nothing.
Oh, it
'Cause
was
you had
not
all your
chilling.
luggage there. You can't put your luggage anywhere, right? You just
Oh
have
no,
to
we
chill
gave
with
it
that?
to the people behind the desk, but we had our backpacks.
Dude, they
but
were
it was
so
just
nice.
like,
Oh, yeah.
Everybody
They
at the
were very
hotel was
nice.
so nice.
You
they
could
were
have walked
very
around.
nice.
You
It
could
was
have fun.
just suffering. Like we were just on like thank God the couches were comfy that we had like access to, and they had charging ports and everything. Like, it was just it was kind of a nightmare. But then once we got into our rooms, we had to basically get up and go to dinner. Like there was no time to
there was
rest.
no real
Yeah,
downtime.
I think
yeah.
I fit in like an hour and a half of sleep,
Yeah.
or like I passed out. I was planning on just like taking a power nap and then going to walk around, but no, my ass passed out and I was gone, and I woke up. It was hot as hell in the hotel rooms too.
Yes.
I had to ask
There's
them
like no AC working.
I had to
And
have
just
them
like
fix
you just
my
open up the
AC.
window.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I'll just open up the window, and it was fine. Oh, not to mention, like, the first hotel room that we went to, it was on floor 5, and then they're doing, like, some septic tank work up there. It smelled like a corpse.
Ooh.
It smelled like a corpse when I got up there, and I was like, this is not cool. And so we were able to just thankfully we were able to get another room before it got completely
Now,
booked up.
mind you, think of all these problems you just heard about. This is like a 5-star hotel. The hotel's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
Nice
it's,
ass
it's
hotel.
a very
Honestly,
nice hotel.
All things considered, that was like the only bad part about the hotel.
I don't want this to all sound very negative because it was a very nice hotel. And
God, it was
real quick,
extremely nice, dude. What was this place called?
I don't know why I was so blessed. I had no problems throughout the entire trip. This whole trip for me was
Good
perfect.
for you, but
I had no
you
problems.
You came back with COVID. That was the
Yeah,
was the
that's the only problem. And you know what?
Payback, yeah.
It's worth
Fuck
it.
it.
Fuck
Hey,
it.
you're alive, brother.
I'm
You're
alive.
chilling.
I'm going to stay
Alive in
alive.
like 3 days,
It was
you're gonna
the
get
best
your
trip of my
case back.
life. It was great. But the name of the hotel was NH Collection, Copenhagen.
NH Collection. I looked online, by the way. There's one in North America. It's
Yeah,
in New York City.
I looked
That's
at it
it.
too. I was like,
I kind of want to go there.
I would like to stay in one of these places again.
I kind of
'cause
want
it
to
was
go
super
there.
nice.
Are we going?
Yeah.
We doing anything in New York? Yeah, I don't know. No,
Man.
we're not. No,
I
we're
don't
not.
know. Come over.
I think
one-
it's
one
worth
day-
mentioning real quick for anybody who's not been to Denmark. For all of us, we had a hard time adjusting because, hey, it's 6 hours difference from the East Coast of the U.S. Time
lot.
difference.
Yep, and for
But
me
the
it was
thing-
7 because I'm Midwest.
Yes. And
Central Time
the
Zone.
thing I did not know is, geography and being an American aren't things that go well together. Denmark being so far north, it's basically 8 hours northeast from New York City by flight. And, because of how far north it is, there's no darkness. The sun was setting at like 11 p.m. at night, and by 5 a.m., that shit was up in the sky, shining bright already.
Dude, it wasn't even like it was setting at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Dude, it was brutal.
It's about 10 degrees more north in latitude than where I am and where you guys are. So 10 degrees north.
Definitely a
if
lot
we
to get
can-
used to.
I don't know if we could talk about that dinner. I mean, like, it was just a great dinner. Like,
Oh,
You probably
to,
can't talk about a whole lot of that dinner because
we
you were
went
drunk
to
as fuck by the end of
but
it.
yeah, just a overall, just like what happened is like we checked in, we all passed out for a little bit. Basically, nobody did any exploring day one because we're all just traveling for fucking. I was traveling for like 15 hours at that point, and I was just like, I'm done for now. But I knocked out, and then that dinner was fantastic.
That dinner was lovely. It was a lovely dinner. It was a it was a place called
the
Camino.
meatpacking district.
Camino.
Yeah, Camino in the
Camino.
meatpacking district. We had probably a group of around 30-ish. There was
It was a lot.
there was a dozen content creators, and many of them brought a +1. So we could probably say around 20-ish, 22-ish.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it
And then
was
there was
like
Epic Games folks too. I would say around
Epic
around
Games
30
folks, too.
people.
Yes.
There was a few
And-
Epic Games people there eating.
Yeah, dude, that and it was like a 5-course meal, right?
It
Something
was-
like that.
It was
So-
It was like 15 courses. They brought out
Yeah.
a whole bunch of different little appetizers. Like the first stuff was like a prosciutto plate, and then there was some cool ass
Best prosciutto
olives that
I've
were
ever
Still
had.
thinking about it.
delicious.
I'm still thinking about it.
There was a,
The way
a
to
small little
describe it-
personal
What was it,
pizza.
that ceviche?
It was like
some
a
ceviche.
chef's table experience where the chef
Yeah.
had prepared like all their best courses so that we could try through what the restaurant offered. And
Yeah,
my God, the level of okay, if you've never experienced anything like this, I got to be honest, I haven't before this.
Not have
The
I.
level of care that went into this meal was unbelievable. When the server's coming over and saying, "Hi, this is how we raised the cow that you're about to eat.
Yeah.
This is how they were fed. This is how they were taken care
Its
of."
name was Betsy.
Literally.
Pretty
Oh,
much
you found out the
exactly
name?
that.
I was
Yeah,
so
it
drunk
was-
I didn't even know.
yeah,
No,
his name was Betsy.
No, this is a lie. He didn't say the name.
Okay, I was like, "There's no way the name was Betsy, bro. That's crazy." All things considered, it was a really fantastic dinner, and like getting to know, people on Epic's team, getting it down to a very personal level, super down to earth.
It was a very good icebreaker for us.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely.
no. Honestly, and it set us up for massive success like the next day because then that's when we went to the event. that
Yes.
they made
Well, hold
for
on.
us.
Before we move on, like me, JP, MJ. We should even say who's at the event. It was
Yes.
us four. MJ over from TikTok. MJ Antivirus. Oh, I'm John T 92.
MJNT.
Any of these names you might know him, and Chad Just Drums, also over on TikTok, if you're familiar. Those are like the 6, us 4 and them 2, are like the 6 festival creators, and then there were 6 more broad Fortnite creators in general, EU based. So they're all, well, not necessarily EU, just international. There was somebody from Argentina, somebody from Italy,
Italy.
Yes, dude,
UK.
he's awesome.
Germany
He's
maybe.
awesome.
Can't forget
yeah.
Slapfish as well.
Slapfish, yeah,
yes.
true. He was he's California.
Yeah,
so
he's California.
Also from other just general Fortnite creators were there as well to experience the battle stage with us, and then other plus ones, etc. But yeah, that dinner was a great way to just like kind of break the ice, get to talking. You know, I this is the first time I've met most of these people. The only person I met before this from here was Alec. So all these other people, all these other faces are all new to me in real life. So I was sitting next to JP, MJ, Chad, and both of their wives. Chad and MJ's wives were there as their plus ones. So I was getting to chat them up. That was fun. Alec and Jason, both of their plus ones, got to talk with Dan Sussman the entire time. Dan Sussman was at their table, and then there was a huge ass table with everybody else, pretty much.
Yeah, it was pretty unbelievable to just get to share some feedback and some thoughts about the game the whole meal, and really enjoyable because this is the first time.
We had like a real ass conversation with him, and like I'll never forget it. I'll never forget it.
This was the first time that Alec and I have been able to see each other in 7 years. And our first night, we're just sitting there having this dinner together, and it was lovely.
Yeah. Last time was like TwitchCon.
TwitchCon
2017,
Crazy.
like right after I became partner.
Unbelievable.
And, like I didn't even know what was going on. I didn't know how to handle like all of what was happening.
No.
So like,
we've both
like
grown
I've
a
been
lot
to
since
events
then.
and I've been to like events and stuff, but then it was like, how do I do it as a creator? Like that's where it all began, was 7 years ago. And then now we're back in the system. You know what I mean? Like as creators, seasoned creators, and we're doing this whole thing with Festival that they set up for us.
Hey,
And
hold
it
on.
was just-
Wait a second. Why did they invite us? Why didn't everybody else get invitations? What's up with that? It's because we've been around the scene. We've been around the scene long enough. We've been doing this, right?
No.
Because
It's because we're cooler than you.
Oh well, hey,
Damn, dude.
damn.
We're cooler than you.
We get better.
We get more
We're
cooler.
cooler.
We get more bitches.
You
we go
do
to the,
say
we go to
get
the
better in
sickest
the video.
restaurants.
You have no bitches.
That was crazy.
Hey,
Someone
the
screen
perks
cap
of
that.
having a mirrorless setup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just get used to it. I just look at
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
I'll have a
No,
mirrorless setup.
yeah, like I mean, I was even kind of sitting there thinking, like, why the hell did I get invited? But like we are a quadrology. I don't know how to say it. Like
We
there's
are an
the four of us and
organizational
Chad and
unit.
MJ.
We are a
Yeah,
group.
honestly, yeah. Like even just us four, and then MJ and Chad too. They deadlift. They were deadlifting TikTok.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the
real.
thing that people don't realize. Like, we really have to shout them up because, like, Chad and MJ paved the way for the four of us to assimilate into modern TikTok because
Yes.
MJ was over there introducing the masses to Clone Hero and popularized it on the platform. And
Many
Chad
years
was there
ago, he's
too.
been doing this shit.
He's been doing
doing
this
that
for a
shit.
long time, and Chad as well. He was able to popularize Guitar Hero Rock Band, like a lot of Rock Band 4, right? And now Festival, and like Chad plays Festival drum pad mode with like a fucking several $1,000 Roland kit. Like there's high production value in what he does. You got to respect it.
Yep. Absolutely. And I also want to give props to Chad for also being one of the older folks in the scene. Like, hey, some of us have been around a long damn time, and it's cool
Chad,
to see
58 years old, believe it or not.
Bro, don't even do my dog Chad dirty like that, bro. That's crazy.
No, I'm joking.
His name's
I'm joking.
Chad, not Dad. Okay.
You took some of the
He
best
is dad,
pictures
though.
you're gonna
He
you're
is
gonna do
dad,
him like
though.
that. He is.
No,
a
I'm
dad.
joking. I think he's 38. I think he's 38 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. He's like the same age as like my brother.
Which,
sure, so,
hey,
like-
I love seeing people who are becoming a little bit more prevalent in the scene, who aren't just necessarily like straight out the womb as well. Like, it's cool
Bro,
to see.
Unks, man.
It's cool.
Listen,
Coming.
I'm being so dead ass serious. There's a reason why most of the top creators out there, like that didn't just blow up overnight, are older. Mid late 20s, early 30s. It's because you have a life, you have lived experiences. You're not a literal child. You know what you're doing. More in general. You're better at just life. I don't know.
Better
You
at
didn't
life.
fall into
Alright.
it. You didn't fall into it. You know what I mean? I
He's
don't know.
really in the get better mentality right now. Like,
He is. Hey, hold on. Let's talk about why you were telling everybody to get better. We actually did have a competition that happened while we were there.
yes, we did.
Well, let's not
And-
jump the gun. That's on Friday. We got to talk about Thursday.
Oh, you
Yes,
want to talk about
true.
Thursday? Let's get
Yeah,
through
talking
that
about
then.
Thursday. Yeah, so Wednesday was only travel, and then we had the dinner, and then we got back to the hotel, slept. Thursday, this was the first day of like the guided tour, you could call it. Like this is the thing. This is what they brought us here to do. The thing. They shipped us out to Copenhagen to go to a place called Poolen. Where they it's if you guys are familiar with the Copenhagen Music Festival, it's like right there. It's like same place. There's like a small warehouse music venue, capacity like 2,000, I think when I looked it up, where they built out this gaming venue for us, where they had 12 different little gaming stations built. They're like little cages for us to play. We all had a nice big ass 55-inch, 144 hertz 4K TV. We had an Xbox Series X with Fortnite on it. We had a whole streaming PC set up for us. It decked out to the nine. It was fantastic. It was wonderful. Like our first reactions when we walked in there were like of utter like amazement and joy. It's like, wow, they built this.
They absolutely
for me.
Went all out.
You did that for
It
me.
was pretty incredible.
For
And
me.
no, listen, it even goes deeper. Like, when we're going, for me, we went to our fucking game stations, our cages, and they had these full metal, full steel fucking signs.
Half-inch thick steel, big
So
ass.
Heavy.
You could drop that on somebody and actually
Splat.
lights out.
They're dead.
They're gone.
Yeah.
They are
Gone.
100%
Brain matter.
60,
on the
70
floor.
pounds, at least.
Yeah,
At
what
least.
I say, the ending of Lord of the Flies, having a piggy, that's what happens. That's what happens if you drop that on somebody. I'm serious.
Oh, man.
I'm sorry,
Jesus
that's dark, but
Christ.
I'm just saying.
And
Bro
they're
said
shipping
brain
them
matter
to us.
before me. Bro said brain matter before me. I'm just saying.
And
sorry
they're shipping
for
them to us,
dark
by the way.
turn.
They gave us the option if we
they're
want to
shipping
keep
that
those
to us.
signs, and they're going to ship them to our houses.
Don't
I
know
have
where
no
I'm going to
fucking
put it.
clue.
I don't think any of
I
us
don't
know
know.
where we're going to put them. So
Don't know what I'm going to do
we're
with
taking
it.
them,
I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to get it in the house.
I don't know. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna have to
It's gonna be
slide
tough.
slide it down the stairs, or
Just
I
flip
don't
it
know.
repeatedly.
Yeah, just flip it. Keep flipping
But
it.
it looked super.
Going to
sick.
wreck my floors.
Must have been like CNC milled or something for like the actual characters.
Yeah,
Bro,
I
now that you
want to cut mine down so it's more
Yeah,
manageable.
compact. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, my favorite sign that I saw was MJ's. It was just MJ.
MJ's
The
huge.
biggest letters ever, and I was like,
Huge.
"That's so sick."
and then you
actually.
got our long ass usernames like 76 Creations, Jason Paradise,
Yeah,
A Wise
well,
Moose,
Asai,
Chad
Asai's
Just Drums.
not that bad.
Asai, yeah, that's
it was-
fine.
it was
Only
pretty-
4
it was
letters.
Pretty good. Yeah,
Yeah,
MJ
yours
though,
is
like
decent size.
that's like his real last name too.
Yeah.
like so
Yeah.
that's so sick.
That's sick as
that.
fuck. It's sick
you know,
as
like
fuck.
aside from content creation, like that's just there for him. So,
Freaking
yeah, no.
sick.
Now that I was gonna go back to like our setups. We had a 40-inch TV in front of
It's
us.
55.
55.
55, dude, that's huge, man.
Giant.
It
Yeah,
felt
that's a
weird.
huge
It felt
TV.
weird. I haven't played on a
It
TV
felt
that
very
big, like
weird.
that close in a
Yeah,
long time.
like I had to lower my track speed because like the TV was just
Yeah.
so fucking big. Like I'm used to my 27-inch monitors, like
You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of when like they would have the kiosks at Best Buy.
oh
And
my
then,
Yeah.
god,
Yeah,
it kinda does.
set up. Those those like plasma screen 60-inch TVs, and like you're just right in front of it. Worst. No, actually, like you know what? To their merit, they actually somehow had zero input lag, zero audio lag, if I remember correctly. It's pretty good. But yeah, no, those setups were fucking crazy. I did a bit of a stream there, but it was like 6 a.m. So it was a crazy time to like be live. No, yeah, I think it was like 6 a.m.
Yeah, it was
rough
like
to be
6 or
live
7.
then.
So it was mostly
was like
new
earlier than that, I
audience.
think.
It was like we got there at like noon, or we got our setups ready at like noon Copenhagen
Yeah,
time.
because there was a bunch of pre-production stuff that you didn't get to see. So like if people saw all the shots that we got were riff masters, that's a lot of what was happening before we actually got on their setups. Is that
yeah,
they wanted us
we
to
should
do all
keep it a
that.
surprise though. If they end up using more of that footage, like
Yeah.
one day, then we should keep it a surprise because like what they did with us was fucking awesome.
It was
Let's
pretty
just say
sick.
they filmed a
More
lot.
than what you saw in that little minute and a
Hours
half video.
more. Yeah.
It was
yeah,
just
honestly,
a lot
they
of
did-
marketing videos.
They
Yeah.
did a lot, and so we're excited.
we had like
for that
we had
to
like
drop.
12 hours total.
Yeah.
Like I think we had 2 days of 6 hours there.
6, yeah.
So there's like 12 hours of day here where they were filming on many cameras. There's a drone camera.
We were there for even longer on the second.
Yeah, because that episode that you guys saw last week, we actually got there 2 hours early on Friday to record the Metallica Report podcast and then also our own podcast. So we actually had more time there with
Okay,
with
I
filming.
really quick. I need to, because of the tech issues I had, I need to give a PSA to anybody watching that owns a Riffmaster because of what happened to me.
Yeah,
if
self-imposed
anybody-
tech issues.
Self-imposed tech issues, yes. So, PSA, people who own a Riffmaster. If you get the bright idea to open up the neck and do the silicone mod, which is to cut material off the membrane pads to make the frets easier to press, under no circumstances can you let that joystick break or unplug. Even if people were thinking that they were like, oh, I don't want to use the joystick, it's in the way, so let me just unplug it. Don't unplug that thing. Don't do it. Because it will forever drift downwards if the thing is plugged in. And your Riffmaster will be unusable in Fortnite.
Yeah, it'll constantly be like scrolling through the menus and shit.
Yep, down the whole time. And so I was pissed because I accidentally broke the cable before I left for Denmark, and I thought nothing about it. I was like, oh, that's not a big deal. I'll just navigate the menus. I didn't know it was going to fucking drift down. And not to mention, the night before we went to this venue, I modded everybody's Riffmasters. Oh, yeah.
Everybody. After we got back from the dinner, we all rendezvoused in my hotel room, and JP was cutting silicone for hours.
And so I'm sitting there, and I'm like, all these motherfuckers have modded guitars, and I'm the one who did it. And now mine doesn't work. And I was pissed. But I made it through. You know what I did? I just started to play the part of the loser. I was like, I'm already losing. Like, I might as well just lean into the character. You know? I was more than happy to do it. But yeah.
They had many other Riffmasters around that you could use.
There were more Riffmasters with the Metallica pickguards, which, if you guys are wondering, we don't know if those are coming out, so please don't ask. We don't know.
Mine's upstairs. I was going to grab it.
I think I've got, right here.
Jake's got it. There we go.
With the Oreo stickers. Oh yeah!
Fucking,
look at that! Oh yeah,
bro. I don't know what happened. My analog, it doesn't work. Like my analog stick doesn't work. My whammy doesn't work. But then I don't know if I knew before or like you modded it or anything. If it wasn't,
hey, don't blame me.
It might be some driver.
Wasn't me.
That happened.
Me. Well, all right, Shaggy.
Yeah, no, fucking yeah. The
As Shaggy once said, wasn't me.
Oh yeah, fucking yeah. We got two. I got two of them. Yeah.
Oh man, you got two.
Yeah, I got two of them. One on my PlayStation, and one on my Xbox One.
Oh, I only got the one. Damn,
that's awesome. Yeah, I only got the one as well. I think at the end they were like, yeah, you guys should just take them.
No,
not even at the end. They said that day one because I was playing the new season. I was streaming it, and they just came around, and they're like, yeah, here you go. Do you want to put this?
Yeah, they're handing out individual ones, and then they were like, if you just grab one. So I
just have the basic bitch one with many fingerprints on it.
I want another. Son of a.
Yeah, we don't know if those are going to be sold.
You must steal.
Yeah, we don't know if those are going to
come
be
out.
Sold.
So
I
I'm
don't
sorry.
know when that's going to drop. I really want people to get that.
I wish we knew because
it looks sick.
There was a rumor while we were there. We heard some people floating about that there might be more Riffmasters soon. That did get tossed around a few times. So, fingers crossed, we won't have too much longer to wait. That would be very nice.
We've already seen some stock restocked at GameStop. People are able to get some more orders in at GameStop. I heard reports from people that they saw them in physical stores. Like there was a Best Buy physically that had a box of Riffmasters.
Good. Hopefully,
I didn't see a picture of it, but I mean, yeah, that's cool. And it sounds like by every account that there's gonna be more Riffmasters available now or soon. So
good.
Keep your eyes on those. If
you want to pull up that
tweet
where it's
guitar.
You want to pull up that PDP tweet where they're like, hopefully we'll have more. There will be stock for everyone Riffmasters in July.
Oh, did they say that?
Yeah, wasn't that
interesting?
They did tweet out when they were available at GameStop.
I swear to God they said that. Like while we're on the trip, I
swear to God. Maybe I misread something. Hold on.
He said stock for okay. Riffmaster fam, we hear you and we see you. While PDP.com is receiving batches throughout June, there should be enough inventory for everyone in July. You'll be able to purchase via our site, Amazon, and in store at Best Buy and GameStop soon. That was on June 11th. So that is literally on record, like for them saying that shit. Oh, you already posted it. Sorry. Yeah.
That was for my own records.
Trying to help.
Yeah, no, you're good, you're good. But yeah, no, I mean, who would have thought? Worldwide guitars in 2024.
Let's go.
Or, not worldwide.
Crazy.
It's available for everybody in 2024. Like that's insane. I know. I was speaking to Jay Prez, and he was like, "Yeah, I was able to pre-order one from Walmart, and they said July 20th."
Okay,
that's looking promising.
And I was like,
that's within a month.
That's really promising because like he did the pre-order in April and never got it from Amazon. And so he canceled it, and he's like, "Yeah."
That was
I'm
so
just gonna fucking
common.
give up. That was
So many people like pre-ordered
common.
it and just got it canceled.
A lot of people.
Some people thugged it out and waited, and they were like, "I finally have a shipping number from Amazon."
Crazy.
I think
what a launch they had, dude.
It's crazy. I don't know. I mean, like I say, about the Riftmaster and and stuff like this. It's just niche video game with a niche controller is now being boosted to everybody else, and so being able to handle all that inventory is going to be tough, and it's going to be a weird thing to navigate. So like, I don't fucking know. I wish we knew, because the person that we used to speak with for Riftmasters, he unfortunately got let go 07 to my man Edwin. So
love you, Edwin. You were great.
Love you, Edwin. You're
seriously,
great.
He was an unfortunate casualty of the Turtle Beach takeover of
Acquisition.
PvP, the merger, acquisition, whatever you want to call it.
I'm still salty.
So like while we sit here and we talk about like restocks and stuff like that, it's like I wish we could say I wish we knew more.
Yes.
Yeah,
Like
we don't have an in anymore at PDP. We don't have a contact.
It would be
Our
nice to have
contact
like
is
the
gone.
confidence. Like,
And it sounds like our contacts colleagues are also gone. So anybody that we were even remotely close to aren't there.
Basically, what you know, what we know.
Yeah, we have no insider information anymore about PDP.
Not anymore.
We're out of that game.
We can't be cryptic about shit anymore.
No, we're out of that game entirely. We're being
We're
dead
out
ass
of that
serious.
shit entirely.
I would dare
This
say
guitar I've had for
that,
5 months. I can't talk. There's nothing about it anymore.
We want them to open up as much as everybody else does. We're looking for information the same way as everybody else.
Yep. And they're the only guy in town now that's selling guitars, unless you want to go to eBay. So it's in everybody's best interest that they succeed.
Yep.
It's everybody's best interest that they can get product on the shelf that people can buy, so that people can finally shut the fuck up. Hey, I need to get my Riftmaster. Why? I pre-ordered it this day. Blah 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 blah. I understand. It's upsetting because obviously it's upsetting if you pre-order and it's like months go by and it just gets canceled. Yep. That was a fuck up.
Yep.
That was a fuck up. No other way to say it. That was a botch.
On a positive note, though, it's crazy seeing them sell out on this restock so fast too.
Agreed.
People want these things, man. People really
there is
demand.
demand.
These things.
I think the demand is so much higher than anybody actually realizes.
I mean, I've known. I've been trying to tell people.
Yeah, dude. Like I've seen so many people that just like want to get guitars, and and I will say this again and again because it is always the topic. It's like why get the Riftmaster at 130 when you can get a nice custom guitar? It's like you did your research. That's awesome. Go support a small business.
Do it then. That is
go do it.
You can do both.
That's what you should do if you want to be serious about this. Because any custom built guitar is better than the Riftmaster. The Riftmaster is your entry point. This is the next step above. This is the premium.
Yes. Yep. Agreed.
Yeah.
I mean, when you go to someone like a 760, right, or anybody else that's making custom controllers, you are going to get a. You're going to get something that's
get kits, man. That's like I think
adapters.
Kits are like that is like the number one thing right now because people do have guitars and it's like, okay, you have a guitar. What's the next step that you're going to do? You get a kit online, and then you just rip out the guts and you put it in a new one. That's an afternoon.
That's all you got to do, man.
Afternoon on the weekend.
It's cool.
My dumb ass can do it. Anybody can do it. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's fine. It's cool too because initially when the Riftmaster was a thing, like I was like worried from like a business perspective, like it was going to hurt sales, but it actually did the opposite. Like there's more interest in plastic guitars now more than ever, and not to call it like the dark side of the Riftmaster, but there are a lot of people who have gotten the Riftmaster and have realized like, oh, there's just a Rock Band guitar. Like I want a Guitar Hero guitar, right? And like that's okay, and so they look for somebody. Like what I do, or like what Funky Customs does with kits, or like Retro Club Mods does with kits, or like other full guitar sellers. And like somebody was asking me in I live stream on TikTok, me like working on guitar builds if anybody's ever interested. But somebody asked me like, what's the benefits of getting like a pre-made guitar from you compared to like getting a kit and building it myself? And I was kind of explaining like I have control. And that means it's going to be the best controller possible. Because when you're just a user making a kit and you've never done it before, I mean, not to say that like it's going to be bad, because if you have good equipment, you have good equipment. But I can make sure that everything feels right.
I love it. But then I also love this.
Yeah.
Like, this is a beast. I love this, but this is better. Like, I'm happy that I gave life to this guitar because it hasn't been used in nearly a decade. And then I finally got it. Some mileage out of it. But then this is the best fucking. This is like the best fucking guitar I've ever used. You know what I mean?
That thing is crazy. I was like there. I make some guitars where I'm like, man, I don't want to let go of this thing. Like this happened to me many times, you know, and that was one of them.
There's something to be said about, you know, buying a handcrafted guitar from someone like you or from somebody like anybody else that builds custom guitars.
Guitars and scarves, fucking
list them all off. Go for it.
Yeah, go ahead, GP. Go ahead. Go.
List them all off. Shut them out.
Oh yeah, Katana Mods, Notes and Knits, Yaz. Like she has like 3 different names: guitars and scarves, right? I mean, actually, like in terms of pre-builts, I know that there's like Turpy. I haven't kept up a whole lot with like the pre-builts and stuff, but I've heard a lot of stuff like a lot of people have bought from Turpy and been happy. But like I think that the kits are really where it's at, and the 2 kings of that are Funky Customs and Retro Coat Mods. You know, like they are. But
the thing with kits is they're built to be kind of not necessarily a one size fits all because they're cut for different controllers. But there can't be like the custom care put into it. Like sometimes when you 3D print buttons. And when you put them into your guitar, there's different tolerances for these guitars. Sometimes a button won't fit perfectly, so you have to sand down a little bit of the button or sand down part of your guitar neck itself. I've had to do that many times with the neck, where a button would just get ever so slightly stuck or it just didn't sit right in there. So I had to do a little bit of modification to the case to make it feel perfect. If you buy a guitar from somebody, it's already done. You don't have to worry about that, right? Generally, if they're a good seller. But if you buy a kit, you may or may not have to do a little bit of modification on your own to make it fit well or perfect.
And with the Retro Coat Mods kit, like even in his guide, he's like, yeah, you may have to make a bit of adjustments. I didn't do any adjustments because it feels fine. Like he literally says that verbatim in his guide, and I was like, yeah, I had to do some adjustments to my green fret because it was sticking. So I'd open it up, sand it down just a little bit, and everything was all good after that. But yeah, going back to it's just like. This is like the meta of guitar acquiring nowadays. You have the Riffmaster if you have 0 research or you love the culture, so you just want to buy a guitar to have it. You collect a guitar, or going back to having no research, you just want a guitar that works. You turn it on, it connects to your console, it connects to your PC. I hope if you got the Xbox One, Festival Instrument Mapper, if you get the PlayStation One, but like. You just want to plug it in and connect, turn it on, and it works. That's the Riffmaster.
That's like the biggest selling point for me. It's just you buy it, it's readily available, hopefully soon, and you plug it in and it just works.
Yeah,
and even with
easy.
Even with the custom guitars, you still just got to do a little bit of research. With like you get the tool, whoever manufactures, your guitar. Sandtroller is very like
Sandtroller has so many features now. It's
there's a lot of features.
You can do a lot,
but thankfully, with like these kits, they can build it. They have their own like configurator tools, so it's extremely easy. You just you plug it into your PC, you click a button that says, "I want to use this with Fortnite Festival on Xbox. I want to use this on Fortnite Festival for PC and PlayStation, or I want to use this on my Xbox 360." Because I have a USB cable coming out of the back, so I could plug in a controller. It's that type of thing. Just a little bit more research, but then you have a nice-ass guitar.
Like, you have the possibilities are unlimited.
All.
Yes.
You absolutely have the one-size-fits-all.
Like, it just works on everything. Like, when you have an off table like that, like what Alec is showing, like, it just, like, it will literally work on, like, pretty much everything.
Pretty much every console, everything.
And so you don't have to feel bad about, like, putting a Pico in a 360 guitar anymore because it's not a problem anymore. Like you're not ruining the fact that that's for a 360 because you can still use it on a mounted 360. You just have to put a stupid little USB cable in it. Like we're in like we're so fucking back of functionality. Not so much the availability of used Guitar Hero guitars because eBay is very much like an I know what I have cesspool right now of like people like thinking that their broken Guitar Hero guitars is worth more than they actually are.
After doing like some research, it's just you have the money for a Riffmaster, right? $150 after taxes. That's the thing. You go on eBay right now. I'm pretty sure you can get a Wii guitar for like $40 or $50.
Yeah, and here's the thing too. If you're gonna buy a guitar for the purpose of getting a kit, it doesn't have to work. You can buy a broken guitar. As long as the buttons are... Well, no, you don't need the buttons. You're probably going to replace them. If you have a body that's in okay condition and the whammy bar isn't fucked...
All you need is a shell.
Yeah. You just need the shell of the guitar. That's all you need. Yeah. You can buy really cheap-ass guitars that are broken.
You need to have pressable select and start buttons and a whammy bar. That's it.
That's
all you need. Everything else is extra. Like, if you want to have a D-pad, I don't know how you go about doing that shit.
So we're so fucking back, and for those wondering, no, we were not allowed to use modded guitars on film, which is totally understandable.
You would have seen me rocking an LED guitar.
We would have all had our guitars if that were the case.
Let's be honest with it. We had a discussion before this with Epic Games folks about what we can do and what we should do, and we all arrived at the decision that it'd be best if we all bring our own Riff Masters and we play those, because it would be the easiest on everybody. Because if we had video of us at this event playing with our modded Les Pauls, people in the comments section in the final video would be like, wait a second, I have that guitar in my closet. I got that when I was 7 years old. I can use that in this game? The answer is not so straightforward. It's like,
that's a lot of community management. That's a lot of responding.
I don't think we did it in our tournament, our battle stage tournament, but were any of us tapping?
Oh yeah.
At all?
I tried to tap the Ride to Lightning triplets, and I failed spectacularly.
I don't even think I tried that.
Like I should have just strummed through it like Jake does in the video. Like he's just like
he was smart.
Fucking hard
through it. Yeah.
You were smart with that.
Yeah, Jake also cheated. He cheated. Jake cheated.
I thought it was hilarious that. So for anybody who hasn't seen, there is a giant battle stage video from our trip to Copenhagen on Fortnite Festival's YouTube channel. And I think it's being posted on other channels as well. But I saw one comment that made me giggle a little bit that was like, why aren't they showing them tapping? Because it looks so funny. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, if you expect us to be able to nail this when it first released, when we were just playing it for the first time, you don't understand how hard Festival is right now still. Like,
and
none
just
of us,
tournament setting, that's a gamble.
Yeah, that ain't happening. None of us knew it.
It was just safer to strum through it. I got a couple of 2Xs when I was strumming through it, actually.
Which is decent in a tournament setting. When none of us know the frickin' song itself, right? Like, we didn't know what it was going to look like.
Also wanted to say that's like the first time Epic has directly acknowledged the existence of the Riff Master.
Yeah,
true.
Yes,
opening shot is of a Riff Master on the couch, and then shows everybody using it.
Yes.
So we're essentially just in that stage now. There's so many people saying you can strum in Fortnite Festival now. This is good. This is some good stuff.
They add in the new patch. They helped explain that actually, which is really cool.
New graphics. Yeah, I've got screenshots of those. That'll help.
We're getting there. We are absolutely getting there.
Yeah.
So the one screenshot is if you select Pro, like this right here. If you select Pro, but you're not using a guitar controller, it will now give a pop-up that says, this instrument requires strumming. While holding a lane input, press the strum input. And then vice versa, if you're using a guitar controller and you select one of the other instruments, so if you select regular lead, regular bass, regular drums, all that, it says, this instrument is played without strumming. To strum, choose Pro Lead or Pro Bass. So they're literally setting up for more Riff Masters.
Yeah, it would still be cool to have a little 2-frame animation of Fish Stick Guy or whoever,
with a guitar and just
with a guitar just doing strum up and down.
Yes.
I think if we ever get in contact with Epic again, we will let them know. I mean, like we do tell them.
We've let them know time and time again. They know.
Time and time.
They know that we want a tutorial. they're
I'm just saying, like, just 2 frames and some video footage on the side of just a note getting hit, and then Mr. Fish Stick Guy hitting the strum button, or doing strum on a riff. Maybe not a Riff Master, but like a. You see, that's it. That's the thing. It's like, how do you navigate it
on nondescript plastic guitar?
Yeah. No. I mean, I think the best
visually legally distinct.
The best thing they would have to do is be like, hey, use your keyboard, or fucking. You know how if you go into the controller settings, they have a little generic Fortnite controller displaying. I don't know. Maybe they could figure something out like that.
Something like that. That would make sense.
But yeah, I think like by the time when drums drops, when Pro Drums drops, they'll probably have a good way of articulating for everybody who is just trying out Festival Pro, like a little tutorial. You know what I mean? I still think they should just hire Jake and just be like, hey, all right, here's your guitar. You got 5 frets. You got a strum bar.
Get better.
I'll do it.
Get better.
I'll do it. If you want to get better, hey, I'm a Wise Moose. I'm the get better guy. If you want to get just as good as me, I don't know.
Okay,
Never
so
mind.
where
I'm not going to go down. I'm
where
not going
were
down
we
that
though?
route. That's bad.
So
Thursday,
we're talking about-
shooting
we're talking about
and
Thursday.
everything. Do we want to talk about the concert, the private concert? That was Thursday night.
We really
well,
should.
hold on. Before
The
we
Brent
get to
Wait
that,
for that.
Thursday when we were at the event, we streamed for a bit. We got situated. Basically, it was all kind of in preparation for the next day. That was the day that the battle stage tournament took place. But that's skipping ahead. So after we were done at the venue, we went back to the hotel for a bit, and then we got carted off to the Metallica backstage tour and sound check. So we got to.
Parkin Stadium. is where we
Parkin
were.
Stadium.
Beautiful
Parkin Stadium
stadium.
in Copenhagen. Beautiful. It's actually a soccer pitch, a football pitch.
Football.
Football. But they were set up. They were doing a sound check that night. They had all the crews there working, making sure everything's working properly for the show the next day. We had a very nice little tour guide. Part of Metallica. His name was John Michael, which is funny because there's some epic folks with us. One person's name was John. They introduced himself. Hey, I'm John. Hey, John Michael. And then another one's name was Michael. Hey, Michael. John Michael. You know, it was kind of funny. But yeah, he walked us through the venue, walked us through Metallica's stage, how they do it, because they have a really interesting stage setup. Metallica, they have a big circular stage that they walk across or walk around, and then the inside is hollow, and then people can stand inside of there for the concert. So they are fully surrounded by Metallica as they're playing, and that's where we were. That's where we
Snake
got
It's
Pit.
called the Snake Pit, man.
The Snake
it's called
Pit.
the Snake Pit. And
It was very cool.
Let me tell you, like, we were talking to the audio team. They were doing all the live mixing, and they're just going like, yeah, you know, this is just a sound check. You won't be hearing much.
One of the wristbands, baby.
Yeah,
Keep
it's one
that
of the-
forever.
Oh, you had a gray one? Oh, was that the set?
That was-
That's
Day
the
two.
Sunday one, yeah.
Okay,
the
yeah. I
Friday
had the
one was
purple
purple. Yeah.
Yeah, no, like I forgot bro's name. Who's doing the audio mixing? I'm coming up blank. But he
Not
was
sure if
saying
I
like,
remember
yeah,
either.
don't expect to hear full songs. You know, you probably hear half songs or whatever.
James going to
And-
save his voice.
Yeah, he's got to save his voice. But then we went to go check out the Black Box VIP room, where
Sick as fuck, by the way. Very
It's
cool.
Unbelievable.
Place in there.
see this
Crazy.
awesome picture of all four of us in front of the Master of Puppets.
Yeah,
photo
you're seeing
op.
it right now.
Yeah.
It was very cool. It was
It was
essentially
really
like
fucking
a
cool.
mini Metallica museum.
Museum. Yeah.
Yes, all their big moments. There was the original lyric sheet from Four Horsemen with Dave Mustaine's name on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
There
there were
was,
so many cool
uh,
different lyric sheets.
Yeah,
Like original like concert posters back when they were like in high school.
Their first ever
Their first one.
flyer. Yeah.
Yeah, their very first
Metallica
one.
show at a high school at 11 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah, like during lunch.
Wow.
during lunch, bro.
There was
so-
their first MTV Video Music Award, like the old Moon
The Moon
Man.
Man. Yep,
Yeah.
the Moon Man was there. Yep. And then
So cool.
some Cliff memorabilia, which was sweet. It was super
Yeah, it was
sweet.
awesome.
Very touching.
Not only that, like flyers and like lyric sheets, like stuff like that. They had their old instruments there set
Yes.
up with fucking iPads with sheet music and the pedals that they use to get the right tones, so you could play Kirk's guitar.
Using
And,
Kirk's
like,
whole audio setup.
His whole audio setup. You could use James' setup with the pedals and everything.
And Rob's
It was-
too.
it was- and yeah, he
Yeah.
used Rob's bass the exact same way that he does it. It was just phenomenal. And then they just had Lars'
Holding-
drums, like the purple skin, in the corner too, and that was fucking awesome to be
The
behind.
drums are really nice. Like holding
all got
James's
to-
guitar.
Yeah,
So
we all got to
low.
take pictures with their instruments, like
Yeah.
the guitar, the drums. Unbelievable.
Hold on, wait. We're skipping a big piece here. Before the whole audio and the black box VIP thing, we actually got to go and walk around on their stage.
This is
Uh,
true.
yeah.
We did get
We
to
did.
walk
We got
around
to
on
walk
their stage.
around
Yes,
on their
this is true.
fucking stage.
We
That's
stood where they
insane.
stood.
Yes. Yeah.
We saw
And
the
so
same
got-
microphone that James was going to spit into a few minutes later.
And
We
it was
saw
black
all
and
of
yellow.
Lars's drum
The,
sets.
the
Lars's
four,
drum kit.
four of Lars's drum
the
kits.
4 drum kits that
There's
he was
4.
going to use for each like act of the concert. You know, he was just going to rise up from the bottom on a drum kit. It's just so cool. But we got to stand up there with the lights on us, and they did like some strobe light effects, get us really feeling like we're performing on the stage, and it was just so cool. Anyway, after the black box, though, is where it got fucking real. Because we were hearing James starting to play, what was it? We were hearing Harvester of Sorrow?
Harvester of Sorrow, so, I'm pretty sure we walked out
Harvester
to, yeah.
of Sorrow is what we walked out to, yes. And then they took us a little bit closer to a little private platform over off the side of the stage, and we were just going to kind of chill there, and then Metallica saw us, and they walked over to the side of the stage that the platform was facing, and the tour guide's like, oh, well, let's go a little closer. And suddenly we're being walked up toward the stage, and like we were just mentioning the snake pit before, we ended up finding ourselves in the snake pit, basically interacting with Metallica between songs. Mm-hmm. What? That, huh? How?
Yeah, there was like approximately 30-ish of us in that group, and then, after every song, they're in a regular concert setting, everybody's just screaming, yeah, woo, yeah, you rock. But it was, it was just us, just 30 of us doing that.
Just us.
So it's
yeah.
They could hear each one of us individually, like if you shout something at Lars, he'll hear you. If you shout something at Kirk, he'll hear you.
Speaking of shouting at something
and
at
we
Lars,
did that.
JP.
Lars was
JP.
always talking to us. After every song, Lars stood up from the drum set and was bantering. Lars is a cool dude, man.
Yeah,
well,
I love Lars now. I really do.
He's great.
Dude, great
Lars
personality.
had asked, he was like, what songs do you guys want to hear? And I was like, play Phantom Lord. And he was like, why do you want that?
there was like a look of visible confusion on his face.
I was like, it's my favorite song from Kill 'Em All. I don't know.
I asked for Wherever I May Roam, and he was like, no, that's on that drum set.
Yeah, different drum set over there.
Different drum set.
That makes a whole lot of sense, too. Yeah, it's tuned differently so that it hits harder. It's so smart thinking about it now.
Yeah, true.
But, they played, when we were on that little platform out to the side, that's when they started King Nothing, and that's when I was like, holy shit.
It got very real now.
I was like, holy shit. Oh, they also played Lux Eterna, didn't they?
They did.
They did, yeah, when we were on that platform, yeah.
Lux
Eterna
and then it was
on
King Nothing, and I was like, oh my god. They're really doing a whole ass concert for us. Is this actually happening?
We got 6 total songs, because afterwards they ended up playing Fuel.
Yes.
And then Orion. And they finished with For Whom the Bell Tolls.
Yeah.
Which is an unbelievable setup, considering we haven't really made this part sink in. They've never done this. This is a freaking private concert that they've never done. And we have to really put out there how impressive and unbelievable this experience was, because apparently other people have tried to get them to play shows for them, and they just wanted to do this because they're like, oh, you're the influencers. Thank you for helping with the Fortnite side of things because our kids love it.
Yeah,
what?
So you get, what did Kirk
But at the same time,
right?
At the same time, let's be abundantly clear. This wasn't really a private concert.
It was a
sound check, but
it was a sound check turned
essentially it was a private concert.
They allowed
us
to
cool.
take pictures and film as well,
which is the first
Which
time
they
ever.
also
Apparently,
do.
because this isn't anything fancy. Where VIP people get little tours and they get backstage. They can watch the sound check. But this is a special one. They allowed picture and video, which they've never done before. The only thing that they didn't allow was live streaming. Which, who cares? You don't have to live stream. But I can record a video right here. Same as, it's fine. Who cares?
And in that little private concert, I was just like, dude, they really fucking have it. They got it and they never lost it.
They sounded pretty good. You could tell that James was holding back, especially on Fuel. But the instrumentation was just fine. It was great.
Orion was beautiful.
Orion was fantastic.
Orion was crazy.
That was unbelievable.
Lost myself. And, from talking with their staff afterwards, Stefan, who's been with the band for over 40 years, said, hey, this was a really special performance of this. The guys were into it. He's known these guys legitimately 4 decades plus, right? And
he's seen how many of these sound checks, right?
Yes. If he's
so many.
Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of sound checks, and he tells us, no, that was special. We're going to believe it. That was incredible to be able to see that with our own eyes and be a part of it. And I can't say thank you to Epic and Metallica enough for allowing us to be there, and promote Lore Hero.
Metallica, Fortnite.
Right.
3 Metallica shirts, and then I'm wearing the jank hip hop lore hero shirt.
Yeah,
Great shirt.
not for sale. That was custom and specific for this one purpose, but we never actually got to like.
I wore it that night. I was the only one, and I wore it to the sound check.
We should figure out how to do a run of that shit. I don't know the first thing about merch. It's a scary thought.
It is a scary thought. We'll figure it out. We'll let you know whenever we get our.
We know
shit
people
together.
want
so
stickers
fucking
and merch.
expensive. It's
when we
so
become real adults.
intimidating, and yeah, in my 7 years, I've wanted to put out merch forever, myself. There's so much going into it, and we'll figure it out. We will all figure it out.
Yeah, but where were we?
Needless to say, that concert was unbelievable, and that was before the actual 2 concerts that we all got to go to, except for Alec. Alec had to leave a little early.
Bro has a kid.
But yeah, that's understandable, right? And I don't care how cool the concerts were the rest of the weekend. That private concert's the one I'm going to think back to. That sound check turned into a really intimate experience that, hey, if you want to hear part of it, go check out the Metallica Report from last week, episode 47 There's a couple of moments from it. And one thing that wasn't captured at the end of it that I think is worth sharing is, we didn't get to take any pictures with the band. We didn't have any sort of memorabilia in that regard from that moment. And I'm fine with that.
Perfectly fine.
We don't need that.
No, that's
what
fine.
Matters. What was really cool to me was Kirk at the very end saying, "Hey, my kids love Fortnite. Can you guys all get together? I want to take a picture of you. They would love this."
That was surreal.
We're all on a picture on Kirk's phone.
Yes, that means more to me than anything else, because that means that they appreciate what we do because their kids like it. And that's amazing. Shout out to again Kirk for that, because that's something I'll never forget.
Yeah, that was a really cool experience. I didn't expect it either. And then jumping ahead, but we also got to meet Lars's kid on Friday night.
Bryce!
Yes. Bryce.
Yeah.
He was in the snake pit with us during the concert on Friday. And
that was fun.
He was just like, "Oh, I love Fortnite.
He was having the time of his life."
No, he's basically just like, "Oh, they put my dad in the game," and we're like, "Oh," and I don't know who one of us said it, but he's just like, "How's it feel to be Lars' son?" And he's just like, "That's just my dad."
Just my dad. Just a dude.
He's
just a
my
dude.
Dad. But we asked him about Guitar Hero Metallica. Also, he's like, "How do you feel about your dad and Guitar Hero Metallica?" And he just goes like, "We played that every night after dinner."
That's so cool.
That's
Back
cool.
in the day.
That's real cool. I love that. And so that was also a ridiculous experience. It was just surprise on top of surprise on top of surprise.
There was the one picture that Jake snagged. I think it was. I think it was Jake or Alec. One of you two.
Yeah, where he's on the shoulders.
I was just gonna say, dude.
Jake got that. Yeah.
The picture of Bryce cheering on his dad is the best thing in the world. I love that picture so much. It's so wholesome.
A good picture.
That's just
I'm really glad I got that.
That was dope.
Freaking awesome picture.
My favorite video is the one that Trevor took, where it was Lars, and then it was the security guy. Looking like,
great video.
It's so funny. It's so funny because he was just there.
Did you see? You see that? Do you see that somebody else did that exact same thing? It was one of the guys from Two Angry Gamers.
I think it was the Two Angry Gamers. Yeah.
Amazing.
So funny.
That poor guy. He didn't ask for that.
It's okay.
He's just doing his job.
It's okay. Yeah.
None of you guys have to know about this,
bro. Yeah. No. That whole. After that private concert, I think, what was it? The next day after that, that's when we did our, that's when we did like the big content pieces.
Yes.
Yes, that was the Friday night.
No streaming.
That was the Friday morning. We had to get in early. Yeah, Friday morning is when we had to go. Us four had to go to the event space early to record the Metallica Report podcast, and then also our 10-minute short little Lore Hero podcast as well. So we got to talk to Stefan, who we mentioned before, been with the band with forever. He's the one of the hosts of the Metallica Report podcast. He also has a magazine publication with them called So What that he runs. So we talked with him.
Dude, we found out about that 24 hours beforehand. So this is before we went to the event.
We did not know this. Going in, we did not know that we were going to be on their podcast. We did know that they were building out a podcast space. We had just assumed it was going to be, we guys want you to record a Lore Hero podcast here. I'm like,
we thought it was going to be for that.
Fuck yeah, let's do it. But no, it wasn't just for us. Of course not, it wasn't just for us. It was for Metallica, man.
To think for like a split second, I almost didn't go on this trip. I was,
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
this
this
close to not going
motherfucker was like, I don't know if I can make it work, guys. You know, I got a
But
kid.
the
You know, I got a wife. It's like, shut the fuck
more
up, man. It's
the more
Metallica,
research
bro.
that we did on it, and the more questions I was asking at the time, that I knew about this trip, I was just like, and then Olivia was like full on board. She's like, I'll hold it down. It's fine. It's cool. And
Great networking
if I missed this, I
opportunity.
probably would have never forgiven myself.
Oh,
if I
you
did.
no way.
I
no
would
way.
never forgive
No.
you. I would have never
Yeah,
forgiven
It
honestly,
you.
wouldn't have been
would-
right without you either.
I
I
agree.
totally. I think like if I were exiled from this Discord or this podcast because of it, I wouldn't blame you guys. Not even. A little.
You know, we're just on a different plane now. You know, we're different
ruined the whole
existence.
event.
You know,
He
Sorry,
fucking
all of
left
our-
Lore Hero.
He
fucking
left
left
Lore
the
Hero.
You fucking left Lore Hero. Oh my god, that picture, bro! I was 5 beers deep, 5 deers deep.
Not
That,
dude,
that was
was
me
Bryce
and
there?
Jake.
dude,
Yeah,
not
dude.
to mention
We had
the
to trek to the
minefield.
trough, dude. It sucked.
The
They
minefield of
sold-
cups
We did.
on the ground.
I
Oh
don't
my
drink.
God.
I don't drink, but
Neither do
I
I.
was utterly impressed at the level of consumption. So maybe other people have been around things like this, but they actually sold at the venue. It wasn't 1 beer at a time. They sold 6 at a time. If you bought one, you
Yeah.
got 6
buy a
beers.
6-pack of these bitches.
6
Bro,
beers.
I am not even gonna lie. That shit, I got 2 6-packs, for the homies, and then that shit was $80. But I will say,
U.S. dollars.
that is $80 US dollars. But I will say that's probably cheaper than any metal show that sells
Yes.
alcohol.
So you're
For
saying
sure.
you bought 12 beers for $80?
12 beers for
This
$80
fucking
is
picture.
genuinely a good deal compared to America.
It's like
Where
less
one
than
fucking
$7
thing of
a
beer is probably
pop.
$15, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
Bro.
go to a ballpark when you're watching your baseball team and you buy a beer. It's like 10 plus, right? For a nice tall glass of beer.
Dude, Alec looks like a fucking beast in this picture.
Yeah.
Little gremlin.
the glasses are low and everything.
Good. Architects were so good. And
Yeah,
It
funny
was
part,
really good.
we
I missed
drank all of our
Mammoth.
beers before Metallica even came on. We were just watching Architects.
Yeah, we're pre-gaming.
We were
The Architects
pre-gaming
were
it.
really good. I missed Mammoth
We
They were
good.
Mammoth was
we
good.
got there kind of
Mammoth
late.
was
We
good.
got there when Mammoth was starting. Eddie Van Halen's
Okay.
son, if you aren't aware.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was up
very
in the Black
enjoyable.
Box VIP calibrating and showing people festival
Yeah,
Metallica.
they sent Alec
Because-
up there because he had to leave the next day.
We were involved with the Black Box VIP experience because they had festival setups in there too. Among all the other Metallica memorabilia we were talking about before, they had 2 Xboxes set up with festival, so the super fans could play Metallica.
And
in
dude, yeah,
festival,
shout outs
and,
to Chad for actually getting people to play. Like, he did a really good job at that.
Yes, he did.
Particular.
Oh, that's
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
Chad
because,
was like, Chad was like, who's next? Who's next,
One
guys?
person
Like,
the first night when Alec was doing it, and one person the second night. Both on both these nights, we had one person come up and say, "Oh my god, I haven't played since Guitar Hero," and like freak out and play a bunch and have a lot of fun with it. We brought new people into the Fortnite festival community,
Yeah,
literally
it's
at a
one
Metallica
person.
show
It's gonna
in
change
Copenhagen.
everything.
Yeah.
What?
I got
was a
fucking
very cool
recognized
feeling.
in the pit. I got recognized in the.
This
Snake
is
Pit.
true. You did.
Bro came up to me with my YouTube channel on his phone. Was like, "Are you a Psy?" Like, this is not somebody who was just like, like in like a +1 in our party or whatever. It was just a dude in the Snake Pit,
In the Snake Pit in Copenhagen, Denmark,
in
at a
Copenhagen,
Metallica show.
Denmark, that saw me and was like, "Are you a Psy?" I'm like,
That's such a better experience than I had. I had someone walk up and
God.
ask if I was Asmongold.
"Yeah, bro, I
you
got
think
blood
Aslan
on my
leaves
walls."
his house?
should have
bro.
just said yes.
I got the rat. He woke up.
The rat alarm clock woke me
The
up.
rat
bro.
alarm clock.
Jesus Christ, Asmund.
Oh my god, dude!
I'm going to refrain because Asmongold's fans are rabid, and I won't stand for any sort of
no, but like
that.
that's just what we know. Like that. I
Yeah.
learned about that stuff against my own will.
Yeah, the
You know,
Asmund
you
Bloody
like
Keith
Asmongold,
Wall
you like Asmongold. He's been making content for like what 15
It's
years.
fine.
for forever.
So, it's whatever.
I guess that's
Get
cool
help.
that I remind people of someone. I'm trying to make it positive. I'm trying.
Hey, you know the singer of Opeth, Michael Akerfeld,
Ackerfeld, yeah, he's one of my
Ackerfeld?
heroes. Fucking love him.
looks kind of like Asmongold if you don't know much about him. If you just do a passing glance,
Okay.
passing glance, kind of looks like Asmund.
Wow.
Whoa.
That changes Opeth for me.
Just saying.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
When are they getting in
saying.
festival though? When are they getting?
Opeth
in
would be
festival,
great. There was
Never.
though? Oh, dude.
Hey, say Opeth. Oh, okay, this is a little off subject, but not Opeth, but something that sounds like him. OTEP was just on the radio. There were a few more songs that were teased on the radio. Apparently, you guys hear that Battery is now playing in the Nitrodome?
Yes.
Is it?
Oh,
shit! No,
Sad
okay,
but
so
true as well.
Yeah. You're saying sad but true,
And
There's
also Fade
Battery
to
on the
Black
radio.
is the third one.
And then
Oh, come on!
and bro, Hit the Lights was
Come
in
on.
the concert.
Hit the Lights was in
Yeah, so
That's
if
guaranteed
true,
coming to festival.
That's 4
There's
songs,
no
right?
way.
That's 4 songs.
Battery, Hit the
Maybe.
Lights, Fade to Black, and Sad but True is a damn
What a
drop and
lineup,
half.
man! What a lineup!
That's dude. I was gonna say like those are the tracks that people were like, I can't. I wish they added these songs. Those are like the 3 songs that people want in the game.
So you
or
already know.
the 4, I guess, you know. But like, I think also the other thing I wanted to talk about this since the season dropped because we didn't really get to talk about it. I hope that they still stick with this whole like metal season. You know, it seems like
Yes.
it's kind of
Be nice.
pointing to that. Given the songs, maybe not even metal. It's just full on rock. It's rock. It's what people have been waiting for with this game coming out since it came out, because we were getting hip hop, pop, rap, sprinkles of rock here and there. Like we
It
got
started
Carry
last
On
season,
Wayward
really.
Son and Highway Tune. And fucking, and then we ended up getting two Metallica tracks towards the end of season 3.
Yeah,
as,
season
like, a little
3, like
teaser.
the Billie Eilish season, really didn't follow much of a cohesive theme in terms of music.
Dude, there
Like
were
we got
no
a lot of
themes
different
in
metal.
season 1 and 2. Are you kidding me, bro? There were no fucking themes with that.
No, exactly, not really. But
Yeah.
it just felt kind of odd. Just like, oh, now we just have System of a Down in the game, and now we have
And
Slipknot,
Slipknot.
and also
we got Slipknot in the
Metallica.
game. You know,
Like that just dropped out of nowhere. Like like very stark difference from what they were dropping earlier on, like season 2, season 1.
So if they follow the same path that they've been following in the past, there should be some songs this season that are not rock and metal, because we should see the festival season pass 2 songs from Lady Gaga season, right? Last season we
Oh, good
got
call,
the Lady
yeah.
One. Last season we got season 1 premium track songs, right? So that would mean we would need to get Nelly, we would need to get Black Hole Sun, we would need to get Breaking Me and Poker Face at some point this
Sounds
season.
right.
yeah.
That sounds right.
It's gonna be a
So-
random as fuck drop. I'm actually so curious what it's gonna be like on Tuesday morning when that shit gets announced. Maybe it's gonna be 4 more Metallica tracks, just like that's it.
Yo, if
'Cause
they
they did
drop
that
the
the
ones we
previous
just
week.
mentioned from the Nitrodome, I will scream. I'm gonna Kool-Aid Man. You're gonna see the freaking outline of me. In my,
Oh yeah!
oh yeah!
I don't think it's gonna happen. They got.
Oh
gotta
no
get
no!
more,
Instead of
more
oh yeah,
variety
you're
out
going
there.
yeah yeah!
yeah,
Fucking-
yeah, yeah. Oh,
Speaking of festival, gameplay feels good now. You can play it with your brain off.
Game feels
Yes.
fantastic.
Coyote Time got added. God bless.
the
and
other day
as
they
of
fixed
yesterday,
strumming. They fixed
Yeah,
strumming
they
on
fixed
keyboard.
strumming this past Saturday.
Yes.
So keyboard players can now rise up and become gods too. That being said, there's also Battle Stage. I want to hear everyone we got a chance to fully experience it. No, Jason, you didn't get a whole lot on day 1, or just the whole trip in general, but you've been playing it a lot this past week
sure, yeah.
too. So I do want to hear your thoughts on like Battle Stage. I mean, there's a lot to talk about Battle Stage.
God, there's a lot.
Also, there's a lot.
Before we get
but
into our
just
thoughts, you want
overall.
to talk about like what we did on Friday at the event with
We should,
Battle Stage?
we should still talk about the
Yeah,
actual
I guess we'll
tournament too.
talk
Close
about how
that
we
up.
did Battle Stage then too. Well,
Yeah, so back to the trip on Friday. In the morning we recorded the podcast, et cetera, and then after we're done with that, we just got some hands-on time with the game. We were just kind of farting around doing whatever we wanted to. But then a little bit later on, they had a tournament set up for us. I was under the impression that the tournament was going to be everybody around, the entire group, like all 12 of us. Nah, they did that just for us 4, just
It's
the
just
Lord
us.
boys. They did
Which
a
is
little
wild.
tournament just for us, just for
Yeah.
us 4. We had such special treatment. They treated us like little kings. It was nice.
I really think
It
it
was
was
very nice.
specific. I really
With a
think the
little
reason was it was a
crown.
little easier to manage the videos. To be honest, I think
Probably.
that was
Yeah, it's
probably
fair.
it.
That's
Probably,
fair.
and
they-
when you do a private game of Battle Stage, it's just 4 players.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true as well.
So limitations right
It-
now.
it's probably a logistical thing.
But
Yeah.
to set the stage, it was 3 best of 3 songs. First of 3 songs won.
Mm-hmm.
And we were just going to keep playing Metallica songs until somebody won 3 songs. And I don't remember the order of songs we played.
I think
I don't
we
either.
started with
Wherever
with
I May
Ride the
Roam.
Lightning.
Wherever
was
I May
either-
Roam was
Oh,
second.
did we?
Okay, so Ride Lightning was first. Wherever I May Roam was second, and then
Enter Sandman was one of them.
Enter Sandman was
Enter
one
Sandman,
of them,
then
sure.
one.
And then
one was the final song. Yeah.
Yeah. So and Moose won the first song. I won the second song by 600 points.
By a hair.
Close.
I was gonna win that, but then you came through.
I barely clutched at the end, and then Moose won the final two and swept that. Like that's unbelievable.
That's why
that's why he's got
won
the flag,
this banner
bro.
here.
That's why that banner's in the back there. Yeah,
that
Moose
was my
champion.
trophy. You see it in the video that they put together, Masters of the Battle stage. They pull it out, and then I'm up on stage holding it, and then we are all holding it at the end, and I say, "Get better."
Just get better.
Dude, that shit was just so awesome. That was so awesome that they let us just do that.
It was really cool.
They gave us a lot of a creative freedom, I suppose, but like they didn't give us a shit ton of direction. There were moments where they were like, "Hey, just kind of say this, give us a prompt kind of," and then we would just kind of riff off of it to get good footage to cut together this good video. Because at the end of the day, that was the goal of the whole production team, is to make a cool ass video, a good promo video for the mode. So there were times where they they just fed us lines and we said them. Other times we were just playing. We were just being ourselves.
Yeah,
they just captured candid moments.
For the first half of it, like we were sitting, and then I was just like, "We're making a video. Let's just fucking stand up."
And they loved the idea of us standing. Like
it was a good call.
They're like, "Can you guys continue standing? This looks way better." I'm like,
"Yeah," and I was like, "I'm so with it." I almost wanted to do like guitar behind the head too. I was this close to doing it.
That's a little hard with the riff master.
It is a little hard with the riff master.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Not as easy as the old ones, honestly.
Oh, that sucks.
It's not good.
That sucks.
I'm not gonna do it.
That sucks ass, actually.
Fuck
that actually
I'm
sucks so
gonna
much ass. Don't do it.
Oh no, he's doing it. What'd you do, man? You can't even see him doing it.
It ain't great.
It ain't great. You don't want to do it.
Is it ever great though? Holding it behind your back, it's never comfortable.
No.
So after that tournament, me and Jake were trying to FC1. So that's what we were doing. I don't know what were you and what were the two JPs doing?
Gosh. I was taking video for the video that I did today.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were doing
video.
that, and then I just kind of chilled because I lost.
Yeah, I was soaking in the fact that for the first time in my life, I don't care that it was battle stage, I placed above Alec in a tournament.
Yes,
true, very true.
First time in my life.
First, second, third, fourth. Well, third, fourth. I guess they tied.
Hey, you know what though? Honestly, if being on battle stage, whatever it takes, as long as we get more events like this in the future, I'll finish last place every time. I don't give a fuck. It ain't about that.
Gotta
to
just
me,
be there, man.
I'm so glad that we're getting events like this again, because I'm going to make might be a little controversial statement for people, but I think it's true. I think that with this event, we've already seen more love put into a potential competitive scene for festival than we ever saw officially from Guitar Hero. What do you guys think?
Well, I was never involved in any of that stuff, so I was only like a spectator of any sort of events with Guitar Hero. But yeah, I mean, this seems like the biggest event ever put on for a 5-fret rhythm game.
Yeah,
I don't know, but it's a different time.
It's
a different time.
Right?
Oh yeah, what did Activision do? The most that they all went out with is they brought Eminem out for Black Ops 1.
Yeah,
doing the Black Ops guys.
Guitar Hero just had press events like that. That was pretty much it.
Yeah, when we talk about the World Championships, those weren't ever official. Those were done through World Cyber
WCG.
Games.
That was a third party.
Yeah, third party.
Yeah, third party.
And this one was put on by Epic Games.
Yep.
So correctly. I think that that's a really good sign for the future. If the mode is, let's be honest, as limited as it still is, right? There's still a lot of room for it to grow, develop, to cook. Yeah. And if this is what they're getting right out the gate, there's so much room for a competitive scene to blossom and flourish from this, and that's exciting.
I think we should.
I definitely think there's a place for it.
I was gonna say we should save like everything that we talk about, like Battle Stage, because that's a whole conversation. I think this episode is like a recap of like what happened and just telling our sides of, just how crazy this whole trip was is good, but like it is deeply analytical talking about this season in general. The fucking event that went on and Battle Stage 2, because like I need time to collect my thoughts after playing so much of it. It's tough. It's tough, and there is already like very there's multiple elephants in the room with Battle Stage, but that's the thing. Basically, how I want to say it is this: like they are starting out and they just want to know where they can go. Like that, they want to hear from everybody where it can go, because obviously they want it to blow up into like a whole ass thing. If they went this hard on us,
this is a whole third mode. I mean, this is here to stay. This isn't just for season 4. This is, you now have the main stage, you have the jam stage, and you have the battle stage. There are 3 modes for festival now.
Man.
3.
It is so fucking sick. I'm so stoked.
It feels very fun. It feels very cool. You feel like you're actually. I can definitely see this being the catalyst for getting people into festival, more so from the battle royale side, because it's a perfect sort of segue. You know, it is a battle royale game, kind of. You know, it's only one victor.
You get a victory
60
royale.
people go. You get a victory royale at the end if you win, dude. It's the same thing.
And
Number
you get,
one,
you get a little dance. You get to do the dance as the T60 power armor guy.
It feels good.
You know what I mean? With the
they're
Among
doing
Us
a huge
crewmate
push
on the back.
They're doing a huge push for festival right now. I mean, this whole Metallica concert that just happened, Fuel, Fire, Fury. After it was over, there was a few options. You could either exit the stage or exit the whole map, or you could go hop into main stage, or you could go hop into battle stage. Like, it was directly funneling players into festival. Like,
which
feels like a festival.
They're pushing for this fucking mode big time right now.
That's a feature from UEFN where you can jump from one map to another. So again, just throwing in that the concert was made in UEFN, right? We keep bringing it up because it's really important. Once Festival drops UEFN support, look at how the concert was made and realize people are going to be able to make their own custom experiences like that in Festival eventually too. So if you want to,
dude, people are going to make music videos in it.
Yeah.
That's the feature. And like in my eyes, it's like, okay, hey, go play my Festival experience. We got it all charted by this team. There you go. It's got all difficulties, and it's my new single. Boom.
Think about the Master of Puppets fight in the concert, right? And then imagine
the Witness from Destiny 2. People were saying.
That's what everybody was saying, dude.
Everyone's saying that. It looked sick, though.
Imagine if a highway popped up and you had actually, full combo something to get through a boss. You could make whatever with UEFN in the future when that drops, and that's going to change things a lot for Five Fret.
Yeah. All things considered,
give the users
about
the
Copenhagen.
power.
About Copenhagen, just wrapping it all up, that the last thing that we ended up doing was that tournament. Me and Jake were trying to FC1. I missed the orange wall. That would have been first ever if I fucking got it.
Bro, FC through the trips.
Yeah, yeah, dude. Are you gonna get that shit anytime soon?
Nope.
Motherfucker.
Just kidding. Yeah,
better.
I need to give it some more runs at some point.
I haven't updated on my home setup yet.
Dude,
I'm convinced there's some engine fuckery going on. There's no way.
Path is disgusting.
I got to learn the engine quirks about why I'm missing these notes.
I've been doing my own research, and I think I've cracked something. I'm not ready to throw it out there just yet, but I think I'm stumbling into some.
Jason's cooking.
Some black magic.
Essentially, Jason is cooking.
Yeah, I need to figure it out too, because I know for damn sure I shouldn't be missing those notes, but for some reason I am, and it may be
just play
calibration
0-0.
I hope not.
Play 0-0.
Yeah.
0-0.
Pretty sure every FC of one's been done on 0-0.
I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I didn't ask Various Dogs about it. I should have when he was in my YouTube chat. But Kai is the only person. She's the only person that's gotten it with the Rift Master.
Might stay the
she
only
got
one
a fucking
too.
Rift Master. Can you believe that shit?
That's
Might
intense.
stay the only one.
That's ridiculous.
I made a funny discovery
when
when I was at the event, when I was playing with the Rift Master. So when I would miss during the trips, I would go up to start tapping, I would do this, and then I would miss, and then I'd start elbow strumming to get back on. My fucking forearm was pushing the solo buttons down here, so I was like, I can never get back on. What's going on? I was hitting the wrong fucking buttons because my forearm was pushing down on the solo. My forearm meat,
bro.
My big thick meat was touching on all the frets.
And you know how you solve that? Remove them entirely.
Remove the
Get
meat?
less meat. Yeah.
Arby's?
Get smaller meat. Small meat gang.
Arby's has the meats, right?
They do have the
I was hoping
sure
there'd be a
do.
longer pregnant pause there, but all right. So event space kind of done there. So we did the tournament. We fucked around with one. We played around a bit.
Uh-oh. Oh yes, the Holy Grail.
Mine's upstairs. I have it in a.
We got a large drumstick.
Mine's over here.
We got a large drumstick.
Yeah, I got a large drumstick too.
This shit's crazy.
We all
was
got
ridiculous.
one. This is specifically a drumstick that Lars used during the sound check on Thursday night.
Shout out to Epic for making this shit happen.
You can actually see the freaking grooves where he was hitting the cymbals in it.
Yeah,
Guys, did you see that video of Chad using it on Lucky Turner's drums?
Mm-hmm.
That shit was tight. I loved it.
What an experience.
Lars, I got one of Lars' drumsticks, and in honor, he just cuts to it. It's so sick.
But other than that, that was the event stage, and then we went to the concert on Friday night, and that's we kind of skipped ahead a little bit. That's when we met Lars' son there in the pit. He actually recognized one of the other Fortnite guys, Schlattfish, one of the Fortnite creators.
English or Spanish?
That video got so many views, bro.
It's so fucking
like 12
funny.
million views. I didn't know what that was. I don't watch TikTok. I don't consume TikTok, so I had to work backwards and figure out what that means.
I saw it passively, and it like reminds me of some like 2014 shit. It
does.
Funny. Yeah,
it does. But I finally figured out what it means. Yeah. Wait, English or Spanish? So fucking stupid. But yeah, the concert was sick. They played their hearts out. Mammoth, WVH, Architects, Metallica. It was fantastic.
I mean, we had some fangirl moments, like when they started playing Blackened. Like we collectively freaked the fuck out.
Man.
We freaked out.
I lost it, dude. They played The Day That Never Comes. Also, and I was confused.
Yeah, that was a cool pick.
They're actually playing this song. They played.
Well, no, because we guessed the song wrong like multiple times. We're like,
we thought it was Unforgiven 3, and we were
like, sad but true.
Like. No, we didn't think it was sad but true. I thought it was an Unforgiven.
I don't know sad but true.
But they actually did end up playing sad but true though. That was sick.
It was cool.
What a fucking trip.
You
guys got to go to another concert too.
We did, and it was arguably better than the first one. I'm going to be honest, man.
Honestly,
it's a toss-up. In terms of vibes, number one was unmatched. The vibes of number one were so cool. Maybe it's because we were also like still in awe of the whole thing, the spectacle. We're like, we really fucking made it. We're here. We did it. Thank you, Epic Games. You're the best.
Fortnite.
And I was 5 beers deep. Alec was probably 5 beers deep.
Five deers beep. Yeah.
Five beers deep.
I had a
second concert was a little bit more rambunctious. There were people that were trying to jump on each other, and
it was more crowded. There were more people there.
There was like twice the amount of people there. It was like a lot more people in the snake pit. It was more unmanageable in comparison. But I mean,
but the group we had for number one, there was pretty much the full group. Like almost all the Fortnite creators were there. Alec was there,
and Epic
Games folks were there. That was pretty cool. We got to watch the whole Metallica concert with Dan Sussman, bro, with all the Epic Games folks.
Though. The only person there was John.
So,
yeah. But when they started playing Battery, like we all freaked
Battery's
out.
Battery was hype.
That's crazy.
Battery was incredible.
One of the big highlights from the last night, the third of the 3 concerts for us, or second actual concert, whatever you want to look at it, they played Fade to Black.
Yeah.
And right before the solo, it got really emotional because James stopped the band. And apparently he's done this on quite a few different shows in the past, but I had never heard this before.
Same. That was new to me.
He basically went and broke down the meaning for the song and said, hey, guys, this is about suicide. And, we've all had our own demons. And, if you're getting to one of those dark places and don't know if you need to hear this or not, but reach out. You've got friends who care about you. We need you here. Mm-hmm. And it was just one of those moments that in the crowd was super emotional because it felt so genuine. And when they went back into that solo afterwards, God, that emotion. It
really hit you.
It did.
Real punch.
I would say that it's probably Kirk's best solo.
That's probably my favorite Metallica solo for sure.
Yeah, because
I love the
it's
Fade to Black
just
solo.
Like not even just thinking technical ability, it's the feeling and the emotion behind it. I think this is best by far,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And so it just made it more impactful because of that, because of the solo. Mm-hmm. Just a great solo.
I don't think I've ever seen more grown-ass men crying and embracing each other than in that moment.
Seriously.
There was a lot of people, there was a lot of just grown-ass dudes just crying and hugging each other. It was really touching.
Beautiful. Yeah, it was.
They're probably also 5 beers deep. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's be frank.
Let's be real.
Frank, they weren't sober.
I mean, like
but still, I mean, it brings it out of you.
Yeah, it does.
But that was a very cool
We
moment.
love live music. We love it.
Live music is great. We love it.
Yes.
Yeah,
we love that shit.
Big fan. Anything else to talk about with regards to Metallica concerts?
They were just really good.
They're
were
great.
They were really good. Like
one small thing inside of the snake pit, when you're next to Lars, you actually hear him hit his drums before the speakers. So like it sounds like he's playing really out of beat, which he probably is. Not, Lars, but he really wasn't. You're hearing the drums before the speakers, which everybody else hears, but when you listen to just the speakers, everything's perfectly fine and in sync. It was just kind of jarring at first. It was like, oh, we're that close. We're just right there. We hear the snare being hit right now.
I noticed that
That's cool
at
as hell.
the little private concert that we had.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit, this is what it's really like. Or playing in this ridiculous stadium.
Yeah,
10,000
45,000 people, like 50,000 people capacity.
The fire, when the fire went
off,
you could feel it,
man.
You could feel the pyrotechnics in the snake pit.
Yeah.
That shit was awesome.
I've been to other concerts where pyrotechnics are used, and I was never that close. I was like, damn, I felt the heat on that even 25 rows back.
You have to imagine how the band feels.
Yeah.
Like
my shirt was already soaked in the pit.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Think of how James felt when he was engulfed in the flames. I'm surprised they still use pyrotechnics to this day. Legitimately, I'd have
PTSD. You probably did.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Tara, cat. She keeps laying on my mouse. What the hell was I just about to say? Pyro. Moth into Flame on night 2. They played with that fire going almost the whole time.
Alec, you missed it. You missed it big time. Moth into Flame with all the pyrotechnics. Every time, like the entire chorus, like at the end of it, it's like,
Moth into the Flame.
Dun, 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 dun. Every dun, 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 there was fire going off.
that's so sick.
And then when he held up when he held up the long flame, the flames were just constant. It was so hot.
Wow.
Crazy.
It was very cool. And then One. Oh my God, dude. I've never seen them play One live. This is probably they probably do this all the time, but they created a war zone inside that fucking stage, bro.
Pyro going off,
where you hear the gunfire, you hear the soldier. Yeah, there's fire, there's fireworks, there's fucking the lights flashing. Like, it was a very cool experience. It felt like you're in a war.
That's cool as fuck.
Those are the two big highlights towards the end there. Not Master Puppets. That was the final song for
Sandman?
day one.
They ended with Sandman?
They ended with Sandman, yeah, and that's when they dropped the
Sandman.
balls. They had big old beach balls.
They played Inamorata off the new album, which I did not expect.
I never heard that song
minutes.
before. Yeah, I
And
never
they
heard that song
warned us.
before, but it's actually pretty good. They're like, yeah, there's a real long one. Really long one, guys.
They
Settle
warned
down.
us.
Turns out it's their longest song in their discography.
It is. Yeah.
And then Kirk and Rob performed a song by a Danish band, right?
Oh, the crowd loved that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently
I
that's
wish
the
I
thing
could
that
I
they
have no
do.
idea what it
more.
was.
That's the thing that they do. They'll perform something local to show that they actually give a shit about the music scene, which is super sick.
That's actually super sick. I fuck with that.
Trying to look up what that song was. June 16th
I think after
at
this whole
Park
experience,
Inn.
it's just like, I kind of like Metallica. They're pretty good. Now it's just like
have
holy
the
shit.
full set list from both nights if you want to throw it in the video.
I think I will, yeah. It's called Robolar Strayed, I don't know, by Gasoline.
Here we go.
Whatever that's called. However you pronounce those words, those funny letters that don't really exist.
Damn.
So between the first two shows, between both shows, it was 30 Metallica songs.
Yeah, they
so crazy.
opened with Creeping Death the night that I went. That was fucking ridiculous.
And they opened with what did they open with Whiplash on the second
Whiplash
show?
on the second night.
Whiplash on second night.
Dude, we went to go piss during Leper Messiah. I didn't realize we were that early.
Yeah, no, I needed to go. I was gonna.
Me
die.
too.
I saw Dan Sussman in the fucking troughs, dude.
I pissed side by
so
side.
funny.
I pissed side by side with Dan Sussman, bro.
That's crazy.
The fucking
That's crazy.
troughs, dude.
Some butterfly
I fucking
effect
hate
shit.
troughs, by
That's
the
some
way.
butterfly effect shit right there.
Oh man.
Yeah, I pissed next to Dan Sussman. There was a small little droplet that hit his shoe. You know,
He
Bro,
made
relax.
Guitar Hero 3
Relax.
harmonic version after that.
dude. Yeah,
we finally
Harmonix
got
to use.
Rockpocalypse. We
They got
finally got
Rockpocalypse done there
Rockpocalypse.
because of that one moment. Yeah, that's crazy. It's crazy.
I'm looking at the set list for the first night. I want to mention what happened during Seek and Destroy. So,
yes.
so Lars, they started playing, and they were about to go into the first verse, like out of the intro, and so Lars just stops playing all of a sudden, and as a result, Kirk stops playing, and I hadn't realized that Lars just stopped playing, and so I thought Kirk just stopped playing, and then James is like, what happened, guys? Like, what's going on? So Lars's like ear monitor fell out, so he could not hear what was happening anymore. Like, and James was like, "What happened, Lars? You soil yourself or something?"
Yeah, they had some funny banter throughout both the shows. It was
and
fun.
then James was like, "Sorry, guys, I guess you only get to hear the radio out of that song."
Yeah, I didn't even get to sing on this one.
Yeah, but then they started from the first verse, which was cool.
Didn't they have the fucking board going through the crowd?
Oh, with Rob,
Yeah.
yes, the cart.
With
Yeah.
Rob, that was nuts.
What song was
They
that?
did it again. They did
I
that
think
twice.
I want to say it was during
I
Seek
want
and
to say
Destroy.
that was Seek and Destroy.
I
No,
think
it
it
wasn't
was.
Seek and Destroy. It wasn't Seek
No?
and Destroy because he did the helicopter.
Oh, it was,
Rob did the helicopter in Seek and Destroy.
Sad but
Oh,
true.
so it was
I think it was during
before.
Sad but True that he did it.
Because
That
it was
sounds right to me.
before.
It had to have been Sad but True. I'll
sounds
have to
right.
look at the. I'll have to look
I have
at
a
the
video
live
of it.
photos that I took. Yeah.
Oh God, what a night! What a
Yeah.
trip! Just can't
What
even
a
say
trip
one night.
in
What a
general.
trip, man.
Dude,
Yeah,
that's a
you know.
good way to wrap that shit up. Seriously.
Well, we got to talk about a few more things, okay?
Oh,
So
yeah, you're right.
Friday night was the first concert, and that was kind of the end of the official Epic Games part of this whole trip. I mean, that was when we were sent the emails asking for our participation in this. They said it would be Wednesday through Friday for sure, and then if you want to, you can stay an extra 2 days for Saturday, Sunday, and you get to see a second Metallica show. We all voted yes, we should all do this, except for Alec. He couldn't. But the official Epic Games part of the whole trip was done after Friday. Saturday and Sunday were essentially free days for us, so we could go on our own and go explore Denmark at our leisure, and we did. We did a lot of cool things. We went to a lot of cool places, saw a lot of cool things. I could put some pictures up, perhaps. Got to see a great view of
not
Denmark
everyone
on Sunday.
uses Twitter, so they couldn't see all the fire you guys were putting
Yeah,
up.
some great.
I know,
pictures,
yeah, we posted
man.
so many things on fire, dude.
Yeah,
Walking
yeah,
around
just having
Denmark
it in
was a very
slideshow
cool
here.
experience. Yeah, I could throw all my 500 and something. No, I had 900 and something photos. I went through one night and I scrubbed through and got rid of all sort of like duplicates because sometimes you just take a whole bunch of photos just to hopefully one of them turns out. So I went through and cleaned it all up. I think at the end of the day I have like 570 like good usable photos and videos that are unique
That's a
from one
lot.
another. I took so many pictures because
Yeah,
it was
I
a great
got- I
experience,
got a lot,
and I don't
actually.
ever want to forget about it. So now I'll have so many pictures and videos to remember it with.
What a time! I'm
Yeah, it
looking
was
back.
awesome.
It's just like holy shit.
We
It
got to
was
put
awesome.
together a picture collage for everything from this,
That'd
like
be
straight
great.
up.
Yeah, we
It's
do.
worth
Al,
it.
you got to get your fucking Google Drive set up so we can all share photos with each other.
We actually did get it working very recently. So
Where's
no,
my
no, no,
invite?
This is,
Where's
dude,
my
this
invite?
was like in the last couple of days because there were some problems. But I got you guys.
Good.
Heck yeah.
I'll we have a little DM, so I'll just drop it in there.
Yeah.
Hell
Anybody who
yeah.
needs. Yeah.
Good. Anything else anybody wants to talk about before we close it out?
Man, it's weird because I feel like I'm just satisfied.
Yeah.
As
No.
weird
No.
as it
Dude,
sounds.
exactly.
Very happy.
Exactly.
Yeah, just very happy.
In the days like leading up to it too, where I was pretty anxious. I could barely sleep, but then once it all just kind of hit me, and that 15 hours of traveling and delays, all that hit, and then just it was just like a fucking movie, like what we did.
I think
Literally.
Yeah,
What we did.
It really
That's a good way
settled.
to
It
put it.
really it hit me on Saturday night when I was going to bed. It was like, man, I really am out here.
Yeah.
I really
think-
we made it.
yes,
Thank you, Epic
yeah.
Games.
Hey, so that's it, right? Like, I don't want to get too sentimental at the end here, but I think if there's any time to do it, it's right now. I was really questioning my own place in the content space for a long time before we started this podcast, right? I mean, most people knew me from memes. I got a lot of people over and over that would barrage me with, "You're not as good as the other people in the community. You're not the same skill. Why do you even do this?" That kind of thing.
Fuck
know?
you, by the way, if you do that. Why would you even say that? Why would you go to
And-
somebody's chat and say you're not even good? What are you
Yo.
doing? What's going on in your head, bro?
Legitimately, that shit messed with me quite a bit because I, had been around and was first Clone Hero creator, right? And was very proud of helping build the community up and kind of felt like I had lost my place in it. And if anything, I feel like this is validation,
Yes, that's a great word to use to describe most of this trip. It just felt very validating about what we're
Yeah,
doing.
validation. Because no matter what anybody is saying, this can never be taken away. We have all made an impact on the scene, and we have, regardless of what anybody wants to say or think, helped keep plastic guitar alive. And not just the show, but all of our own individual contributions as well. And it's very validating to not only be able to meet one of our favorite bands as a group because of the game that we're involved with now, but also just the personal satisfaction, too, of knowing we did a good job and that we helped in some way, shape, or form. That's beautiful.
Yeah, and it feels good to be of the select few that were invited out to this group by the makers of the game that we all know and love. You know,
well,
absolutely,
it's a high honor, and like, you know, I can relate, Jason, because like just my own perspective of like, you know, like I never really tried to like, you know, like I'm good at the game, but like I never went for FCs and stuff, right? And
sure.
You know, like sometimes I see like Lore Hero mentioned as a trio without me, and like I try to remind myself that it's like, well, I'm the technician, right? And like that's just kind of how it is. You know what I mean? Like I don't think
you're as big a part of this as us, dude. You are.
I don't think it's intentional, right? So like I try to look at it as like, well, you know, I'm playing my part, you know, and like, yeah, I'm producing slop on TikTok. What are you gonna do about it, right? Like. I'll try to produce less slop. I don't know, you know, and try to make actual videos.
Hey,
or
dude,
more.
We're all
Fuck
doing
'em.
it. We're all just. I'd rather we're all doing like different shit. You know what I mean?
We're figuring it out.
So
Yes.
we're figuring it out. Just like how Harmonix is figuring it out festival.
It totally.
Yeah.
are.
Last thing, final thing I want to say. Thank you.
Oh,
Oh yes.
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
Thank you, bro.
the flask.
Yes.
This is what I
If
did
you
have
guys-
downstairs, not the large drumstick, but I had the DJ Hero 2 flask.
Finally
which
delivered.
This might be like a fucking 1 of 1. Who
We
knows?
talked
the-
about this flask on a very early episode. I do not know which episode, but this there's a story
It was like
behind
when we
this
were talking about
flask.
competitions. I think it was like
This
one
is
of the very
probably
early
like
episodes.
single digit episodes for sure.
One of
So
the very
Jason on the final day that I was there, Jason finally gave it to me. Right
one of
before
the
while I was
very
packing up.
first. One of the very first competitive Guitar Hero tournaments. That's the only prize that Activision gave me. And the only reason that I had it was to give it to Alec. And
I was like 14.
It took 10 years. It took 10
was
years.
like-
Bro, Activision tried to give a 14-year-old a flask.
Yo!
For apple juice and nothing more.
What is this?
At least I just got a banner from Epic Games. I mean,
I'm glad you got it. I'm glad I was able to finally get it to you. Shit, dude.
yeah,
We
justice
were all
has
able to
finally
hold
been
that
done.
banner together. It was one hell of a time.
And justice for all.
Yes.
It was very cool. But check out the description. I'll put links in the description that to show you guys all the cool stuff that we were involved in. The Epic Games, the FN Festival channel, where they have the Masters of the Battle Stage video, the recap of the whole gaming venue and everything we did there, and then also links to the episodes of the Metallica Report that we've been on.
Shout
I
out to
believe there should be another episode coming out the same day this episode comes out. I don't want to say that for damn sure, but it certainly sounds like there's going to be a second episode with us there because there is a lot more that we recorded that wasn't in that first episode. So
We
you'll
shall
know.
see.
We don't. We're recording this on Sunday, but by the time you guys are watching this, there will be a link. Go watch us. We'll be watching. Dude, I sent links to my entire family to watch that to the Metallica Report. They're all so psyched. They're all like, "Oh my god, that's so cool!
Yeah, dude.
Like that's you.
It's
I hear
pretty
your
sick.
voice on like a Metallica podcast. It's so cool." Anyway,
I'm glad we were all
Lore
able to
Hero.
share this together, guys. I am.
Amazing.
It was a
me
lot of
too.
fun.
Time of my life.
Oh, yeah.
I will never forget
We're
this.
in the best times right now. I'd say so.
And this is still the beginning. It could get crazier. I don't know how, but it could.
Yeah, this game's 6 months old, by the way. Let's not forget.
6 months old.
Came out in December.
Shout out to
We got
Epic
a
Games.
sequel
How many
in
months?
6 months.